This is our fall 2019 pineapple harvest. It took approximately 7 months from flowering to the mature fruit stage to get to this point. And here, this is one of the first harvests that we've done in this large pot. So here's one of our prized pineapple. It's all fresh smell. Now here's the second type of variety that we had. Now this is in a more shaded area, so that may have something to do with the darker shade, but nevertheless it is also ready to go. We'll perhaps leave this a couple days out on the counter before we prepare it in that case. And so the question is, what do you do to a pineapple after picking the pineapple, other than propagating the new pineapple through the existing crowns? And so that will be the focus of the discussion in this video. And so here we see a number of crowns which occurs in a number of ways. Some are at the base of the plant, others are on the axis between the leaves of the parent plant. And so what we'll be doing is mostly I'll be attempting to remove those plants that are at the base of the parent plant, which is easy to remove. And not only that, as shown here, they have a tendency to have root, and so they're ready to go in the other pot, because one of the things we don't want is overcrowding. So here, these are the typical size pots that I use during the first transplant stages. As the plant gets bigger, I would eventually transfer them to larger pots. And you could do so if it's your desire to obtain larger fruits. In that case, one of the things, ensure that the soil is rich in compost and that it's moist and it's well drained. So here I have some well drained and composted soil that I'll be using for the transplanting processes. The pineapple plants do not like water clogged soils that will cause them to die. Other than that, if you get it right at first with the right soil, there's very much maintenance that will be needed after that, from that point on. So this is another of the crown that was taken. This was removed from the axil, so it doesn't have as much as a developed root system as the previous one, but this one will easily root also. I just want to make sure it is some inches down into the pot, so I'm removing some of the leaves from the base of the plant. Some would have them in water for a couple of days, which I've done that in the past, but in some occasions like today, I'll be planting them directly into the soil. It is as effective, and it's just one less step and of having to get it into the pot. One of the things, make sure as you put in the flat, press firmly against the base so that it stays put when moving the pot from one point to another. And so these are a combination of some of the crowns that I have. Now I should have a total of about 4 or 6. 2 will stay put in the original pot, and the others, as I mentioned, to avoid overcrowding, are spread out here. And these include the 2 that's taken from the harvested pineapple fruit. So that is how we obtain that total of 6 crowns. and actually six that's transplanted and 2 that's remaining. So it will be 8 in total just from 2 parent plants. And so that's pretty much, that's not too bad. And so you can actually have your pineapple propagated over a number of times just from those 2 plants. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to Petersville Farm channel. Thank you.